In this video, I'm going to show you how I play Listen to the Music by the Doobie Brothers. One of the best songs of all time out there. I mean, I'm not saying it's the best, but it's one of the best songs ever. I mean, it's an amazing song. So if you want to like this video, give me a like and subscribe to see more. Okay, so let's get into this. Here's the main part. Now, I'm not saying I have this perfect, but this is how I play it, okay? So here's how I play it. I take my pointer finger, put it on the 9th fret of the A string, and I pick the open E and the A string together. Then I take my ring finger and I hammer on the 11th fret of the A string. And then I pick up, hitting, so I got my pointer finger not only on the 9th fret of the A, but I have it over all the strings as well. And so when I go, then I pick up on the G and the D string. And I'm not sure he does this twice. That's kind of how I do it. So I do the second hammer on. Then I go. So the first time I go. So picking up on the D and the G, or the G and the D. Just picking up. And then he does the same thing, except he picks up, or something very similar to that. And he kind of lets the other strings ring. Then he does the same, he repeats the first part. Then he does this part. And I was a little confused because I always thought it was, but it's actually. And what that is I got my pointer finger still over those same strings. Then I'm taking my middle finger and I'm hammering onto the 10th fret of the B, and my ring finger, and I'm hammering on the 11th fret of the D. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So starting on the 5th string, once you hit the hammer on, you pick up, down, and then pull off. So, and that was kind of weird to me until I listened to it really slowly, and that's what he's doing. Okay? What a great lick. One of the best licks ever. Okay, so that's the first part, and that's the hardest part. The rest of it's easy. Next chord is just I'm taking my pointer finger, put it over all the strings of the 9th fret, and then I'm using my ring finger. My ring finger to hit the 11th fret of the A string, and my pinky on the 11th fret of the D string, and then I'm strumming all the strings. Then I'm just doing a bar chord, 2 frets down, and then I'm doing this. So yeah, a bar chord, major bar chord. I'm still hitting all the strings. Then I'm hitting this chord, where I got my pointer finger over the 5th fret of the E and B strings. I got my middle finger on the 6th fret of the G string, and I got my ring finger on the 7th fret of the D string. And then I put my pinky on the 7th fret of the G string there. It's hard to figure out how they're strumming it exactly, but it's something very similar to. Then I think it goes back to that one time, which is kind of a hammer on. And then that's the second part. So then there's the chorus, which is really easy. It's just a C sharp minor. So I got my pointer finger over all the strings in the 4th fret except for the low E. Got my middle finger on the 5th fret of the B. I got my ring finger on the 6th fret of the D, and I got my pinky on the 6th fret of the G. And I'm hitting all the strings except for the low E. And then it's just an A major bar chord. In case you don't know what that is, pointer fingers over all the strings of the 5th fret. My middle finger's on the 6th fret of the G. My pinky is on the 7th fret of the D. And my ring finger's on the 7th fret of the A. again, the strumming is hard to hear, but it sounds something like this. 3 times. Then it goes to a G flat. But I'm doing it this way again, the same shape I showed you earlier. Again, basically what it is, I'm pointer fingers over the 2nd fret of the E and the B, my ring finger's on the 3rd fret of the G, and my ring finger is on the 4th fret of the D. And then I slide that up to the A position, and then it does that same something. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give me a like, subscribe, and share. And man, this is a great song, man. I love it. I love it, love it, love it.